Good day, everybody. Good day, everyone out there. We are back again in the studio for another episode of Upper Reporters and Talk, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and unreserved opinion on the issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare of Nigerians across Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Today is the 24th day of February 2025, and we are in the studio for 97th episode, our 97th edition of the program. Yes, I would say, first I have to say, we missed the Friday edition due to technical issues. I hope you go with us. We couldn't make it. Yes, due to the schedule, because basically our studio of reporters did not provide certain apparatus that we could hit on Friday. But I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. It's a new week. And like always, we have interesting topics to discuss. First, before we go further, I'd like to introduce, I'd like to talk about, before we go further, I'm Obizo J. I'm your moderator and host for the day, regular guy, yes. And you know how we do it. We talk about us, talk about reflecting of us around us to us. Yes. Okay. As it is, I have to go straight to the topics from Upper Reporters and Talk. Yes, the topics coming in further, they are not so much, but we give it to you as it trends. Yes. The topics of Upper Reporters, let me hit it straight. Edo State Governor follows 100 days in office. That's good. That's why Tinubu's book shouldn't have been hoarded. I don't want to believe it's the same story that came up the other time where they said Obaseki hoarded Tinubu books. I don't know if that is what they're talking about, but the 100 days in office, last time in the studio, it was almost 100 days, wasn't 100 days yet, but people had already started talking about it, and he said it was the 100th day in office as some days ago. Well, do we still have to discuss that? 100 days in office, 100 days in office. These are not things that people should tell us or people can tell us. We have observed, we have talked about it. A lot of people have come to say things that they want to say. A lot of people say things that they believe. A lot of people have ideas that they have put in place. So that is part of it. Well, we don't have to start going back and forth. The governor this, the governor that. Edo State is where it is, and things are the way they are. So it's not for everybody to judge. You can't. Sometimes, yes, there are videos of people applauding the governor for the work he has done. There are some people that are saying that there's a different, that they have a different opinion towards it. Well, I think we'll begin to take these things with a pinch of salt. When I mean a pinch of salt, there's nothing, the government is in office, the government is in office, 100 days in office, fine. There's nothing we can do about it. Yes, if he's in office, let him do his job. Let everybody go and do theirs. But for us, at the media, it's easy for us to talk. So let us do us as well as we are doing it. We only can say things as we see them. That's it. We say things as we see them. The next, which has been trending for a while now. The former military CC, or probably how the military president of Nigeria, Ibrahim Badamusi Babangida, the IBB, came out with a book. And on the book, it says, A Journey Through Legacy. I think the Journey Through Legacy. Yes, the book. The former tells the story. Yes, a journey of service. Why did upper reporters? Well, upper reporters didn't in tune to the realities of today. I knew it wasn't a journey through legacy. The name of the book is A Journey of Service, I guess. A Journey of Service. Let me see. Yes. And that book has been A Journey of Service is a long-awaited autobiography of General Ibrahim Babangida, the former military president who ruled from 1985 to 1993. Yes, the book is called A Journey in Service, not as not a journey to legacy. Well, A Journey in Service. Yes, the book has been sparking a lot of outroar. Is it outroar? Should I not the word I use? A lot of reaction. That is the word. A lot of reaction. And a lot of people have come to say a lot of stuff about the book from Towore to different media. Even as of today, I didn't get it in full, but even the children of the late MKO Abiola, they have made their own reaction. Yes. Before, yeah, and as it is, everybody's got something to say. Yes, everybody says has a information on the topic. But well, whatever it is, let's go from here. First of all, we'll come with more topics, but these are the topics from upper reporters talking about 100 days in office and why Tinubu's books were shared, and secondly, talking about the former president's book. Yes, I have as usual my very constant panelist, Ipagaiva. Thank you for coming, being around. Thank you for being present. You're always number one in the studio as a panelist. Thank you very much. Yes, I want to bring the topic to you as we have received from Upper reporters. First, they're talking about the 100 days in office of Okpebholo. I think we made this discussion same time Monday last week. Yes, because we missed the Friday edition. Let us just brush it a little. Now it is 100 days in office because the last time it wasn't 100 days complete, but now it is 100 days in office. What is your submission, sir?
We thank you very much, Mr. Host. I always say, thank you for being resilient. Thank you for being here, being able to galvanize all the panelists and people that are listening all over the world.
Thank you
I
very much, sir.
know the panelists are not here now, but I'm sure they'll be here.
Yes.
Uh, about the 100 days in office. Well, actually, we've discussed it, and actually, I don't know what is going on. Somebody said Don't Lie has been revived, so I was like, I was kind of shocked because I passed through there, I passed through that road, and there was no Don't Lie, but I don't know if the position or the the premises of Edo Line has been changed. I don't know the buses they bought. I don't know where they're going to use it, but let us give him praises for being able to revive it, though it has not been revived 100%. I don't know how they're going to revive it, but let us assume that that will be revived. And I've been hearing from a lot of quarters that he has been going to, see the Obaseki's project. I'm not against Obaseki's project. If there's a continuation, I think that is we'll applaud him for continuing the project Obaseki left behind and all that. But one thing is, one thing that worries me and a lot of people is the sycophancy when they are demonizing Obaseki instead of them to just carry on with from where he stopped, demonizing Obaseki and talking about MOU or the against MOU all the time. But I was shocked last week when they said Okpebholo wrote a letter to the House of Assembly asking for permission to use consultants to do a lot of jobs, and they were against Obaseki using consultants. Even Oshomole during his interview with ITV when Dr. Kosun interviewed him, he talked against using consultants.
Yeah.
And this revenue they are collecting now, they said our brother Kabaka is one of the senior consultants. So I don't know. They say one today and they do opposite of what they say. But anyway, like I heard too that the Ekpoma Benin Auchi Road will be passable very soon. I think that would be a plus. Whoever is in government, whether APC or PDP, if they are doing the right thing, we will applaud them. But if they are not doing the right thing, we will applaud them too. One other major issue is uh, the distraction is getting from a lot of people. A lot of people are distracting him. If they can give him time to do his best, I don't know if he has the capacity to do his best because he's nearly down. I don't know why he was nearly down the other day. He should know that he's the governor of the state. Governor, you're the first citizen of the state. There's a lot of powers that come with being a governor of the state. There are some countries that are not even as populated as a those state where we have president. A governor don't just go around kneeling down and appeasing people by kneeling down. So he's demonizing himself and demoralizing those state as a whole. He should understand the rudiments of his office and behave in such a way that he will be respected, not kneeling down and calling somebody his father, and all that. So, well, let us watch and see. For me, actually, 100 days is not enough. But these politicians, because they make noise a lot when they are doing campaigns, that's why people are very interested in the 100 days. For me, 100 days is not. It's not even enough to gloss through all the documents and all that. But one other thing we heard is that the e-governance has collapsed. I don't know how true is that. I think they should not allow those achievements made by Obaseki regime to collapse. They should improve on the achievement of Obaseki and give us the evidence of democracy. And they no appointment yet. I think we only have about 4 or 5 commissioners or so. So we need all these commissioners to be appointed. So Okpebholo cannot be going around watching everything because the state is big. He needs commissioners to do all these things for him. Commissioners, advisors, and personal assistants, and all that. To be doing all these things on his behalf. It can be like as a governor, he can be like overseer of all these people, not himself going around. And one other, I don't know. This is kind of comic or comical. Okpebholo is going to a construction site. They should allow him to put on his safety helmet because anything can happen. The other day, the pylon fell on a vehicle. So we thank God that Okpebholo was not there. If he's going to a construction site, he should put on safety boot and safety helmet to protect him. He's a governor. Whether election was properly done or not, he's the governor as we speak. He should be protected. And those his handlers should be able to protect him, make sure he's safe because he's our governor. So I will leave it there for now. Thank you for giving me this time.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Well appreciated. Yes, you have said it the way it is, and I don't think there's anything more than that can be said. Yes, I don't know if this is, I would say, yeah, his handlers. His handlers are not doing the service well, or he is not. Like I always say, he's an adult. He's a full-grown man. He makes his decisions himself, and he had an interview which he spoke by himself. So he should be held responsible for his actions or his moves, especially when holding a position as big as a governor of a state like Edo. Yes, so apparently it is what it is. The 100 days, first of all, is not what are they measuring? 100 days you cannot do. 100 days is probably a term in a school in a school year. So you cannot use that to judge anybody. Quite all right. But again, people like to see the trajectory of things. People like to see how things start. That is it. I'm not saying I've not started well. I'm just saying we cannot continue to use this 100 days in office as a yardstick to measure anything. Because after 100 days, some people just fall like a pack of cards and they forget about it, and you don't remember. After 100 days, you realize it's 4 years again. You're coming for your campaign. What happened to 100 days in office after the president took over? Well, I'm still having mixed feelings on that part, because after 100 days, nobody has said 1,000 days. Nobody has said 500 days. They just say 100 days, and at the end of the day, they begin to do what they want to do. But as positive as we can be, as human beings, and hopeful, we hope the government puts things in its right place. And it's only sad. I saw comments. I don't know. I saw people saying that they took a line today. Somebody in different comment sections of a person's post said the line is back and blah 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 blah. Well, the line is back. What does the line? The line back? Yeah, if it's a line is back, it's a good one, and I hope the workers are being recruited in a proper manner and well paid. Yes, because that breeds employment. If that is if that is revived, yes. But I wonder why Edo Line is still being a model for development in Edo State. Edo Line stood the test of time. Edo Line has been there. Edo Line should not be what a new government comes to say. Edo Line should be put aside as an independent transport service. which stands parallel with the government, so that it can generate money for the government, generate money for itself, and run. There are other private transport services that have been doing well for a while. So why? What is this big deal every time Oshomole come? Oshomole came this time, revive the dollar. Oh, I think during the Rebu, revive the dollar. Edola worked under the military administration like it was a natural tree growing. I wonder now why they are using it as a political milestone. Edola it was somebody, it was Bendeline, and after the split, it became Edola. Well, is men not part of those times when there was Bendeline? It is not a big deal. To me, it is not a, there's nothing, I don't, somebody has to enlighten me. I like to be enlightened or educated. Edola is not a, it's not a, it's not and it's not an invention. Edoline is a plan that has been on ground since. If it was abandoned, yes, government abandoned things. That is why I said it should be taken out from the hands of the government and put as an independent institution. It should be Edoline should be handed to a private firm or should be sold so that it can work like the Degbes and the God is good and all that. We will linger. But coming to look for government that will use it to raise money and squander or whatever, I don't understand. I don't know. So I don't even want to talk about that too much. But it's okay. 100 days in office, we're still counting. Let's see the outcome. My main concern on this is 100 days in office. What about the deputy? There's nothing. The deputy has not. There's nothing. Everybody is talking about the governor. The governor has a deputy. The governor has a partner or has an ally. That someone that is supposed to be hand in hand with him, making things work. I don't know what's going on with the deputy. He's practically the last time was seen was in court. We're not talking about the court case now. We're talking about moving Edo forward. They say the new Edo has risen, but the deputy governor, well, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. That is not please. Let's hope for the best. I'll look forward. Next on the topic, because we have only two topics today from our reporters, is we're talking about the journey, the book from our former president, uh, a journey in service. Yes, this has spiked a lot of reactions over the social media space. Yes, and I have not on the launch that raised almost 16 billion or plus on the city, and in that launch, that day, they had practically everybody, all the well-known people in the world, or the richest, the top notch apart from me because I was not in the country. Uh, we had them in that room at the same time on the launch, and a lot has been said. Before I make my own submission, Epa Gariba, please, what do you think about this book from the former president of Nigeria, IBB Ibrahim Babangida, the book A Journey in Service? What is your take on this book?
Mm, you know, in fact, what I see there is IBB Ibrahim Badamosi Babangida is taking Nigerians for a ride, and it's because of the nature of the society. That is why such a person has the impetus to write such a book, his biography, and invited almost all the former leaders, if not all, to come and launch his book. And a lot of them were smiling, laughing, and clapping hands. For me, just to put it succinctly, right, it was a show of shame. I think the only person that has a lot of media outlets had spoken positively about it. When I mean positively,
they have spoken the truth about how it was supposed to be. And the only politicians I heard, I listened to spoke the exact word the entire populace want to hear is Showore, the former presidential candidate. I think he's the only person that was trying, though the tone was somehow
Yeah,
kind of strong, but that he spoke exactly the right thing because you see for about 33 or 34 years you are know the election and on several occasions you have denied all these things you're saying now. For you to come out now to say it was Abacha, it was Abacha and his cronies that were against the election. You see, in Africa is a very funny. Africans are very funny people. Somebody that is supposed to be indicted for that kind of criminality is getting appraisals from a lot of quarters. Look at what he said about Izwogu, that it wasn't a it was the coup of 1966 wasn't an Igbo coup. And it has been adjudged as Igbo coup all along. Where have you been all this while? When the Igbos have been subjugated because feelers have it that it was an Igbo coup. Now you are saying it wasn't an Igbo coup. You were giving explanation. For more than, I think, about 60, if I'm not mistaken, about 60 years or thereabout, or about 59 years, you have not come out to speak the truth about it. So it's really, really, really very funny. I think I heard in the news that Obasanjo said he's going to get a lot of backlash from the entire citizenry, and that is what is going on. For me, I see no reason why all those high and mighty in the society should converge in his house and donate such a huge amount of money. To the extent somebody donated, I think $5 billion and all that. And I think he's going to build a presidential library. According to the analysts I listened to, he wasn't a legitimate president because he was a military junta that overthrew a legitimate government. And why must he be rewarded with a presidential library? It's supposed to be only those that were elected legally, legitimately elected by the people that should have a library. What kind of library? And a lot of people has the Abiola, the children of Abiola, they have responded, and I think the grandchild of Abacha too has responded. Now the man has died. And the other one, I mean, Abacha is no longer alive. Now you're talking about Abacha. And the Delegiwa saga too, the issue of Delegiwa, you responsibility. Just saying you took responsibility, you should be punished for for what happened to Delegiwa. Just saying you took responsibility, it's not enough. You see, that is somebody's wife, somebody's father, somebody's child that was taken. I think I was in Auchipoli then when that incident happened. We knew what happened to the mother. The mother almost died, the mother of Delegiwa at that time. It just cut short the life of somebody, such a promising man at that time. Just cut off the life, and you're not coming to say after so many years that you took responsibility. What kind of nonsense responsibility is that? After postponing election, canceling, banning so many political parties for so many years, and you accepting that you are actually a Maradona, and now you're coming to tell us. Now, what kind of fact are you coming to tell? You see, such people. I don't know. That is why people like us cannot go into politics because it's really very funny the way people are behaving. People don't even. They are not even supposed to attend that book launch because it's way out of line. What is he going to tell us? One of the people, why you overthrew Buhari, coming to tell us that you have overthrew. But the reason he told us before is different from what he's writing in his book right now. If you listen properly to what he said about why he overthrew Buhari and all that. So they are all the best of the same feather. They were all gathered. Even our Baba Tinubu was there too. You know. So you look at all these people. Why would Tinubu not send a representative? Why would he even go there? Because he want the votes of the north and all that. What is Babangida going to do with that close to 13 between 13 to 15 billion that he realized from the book loan? What is he going to do with it at this age? Anyway, well, that is where we find ourselves in Africa. That's Africa balance. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, guy.
It's very funny.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is. I'll say first, it is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It is sad that at these very trying times, these men still sit together to make humongous errors.
Yes, my brother, I'm sorry. You know, it was his policies that drove us out of the country then. It was his
Yes,
politics. When he came, he brought this structural adjustment program, and all these useless policies that he brought. And all of us, we started obtaining our passport to leave the country. And he said, if you are not more than 30 years, you cannot leave the country. That was the policy of the military government at that time. A lot of us that had passport and were less than 30 rushed back and did another passport and put 30 years old and 30 years and beyond. So all those problems, look at all those of us now that left, maybe first or second or third generation of Nigerians that left Nigeria, the shores of Nigeria. A lot of us now are regretting because some of us are old and you will not be accepted 100% in your host country. There's nothing like home. So they virtually drove all of us away from home, so that they can take. Their children now have taken over from them, and their grandchildren are warming up to take over too. So this is where we are. So they should take responsibility. While writing a book, these people should be arrested and put in a proper place. While writing all this nonsense book, after 30 something years, you are now coming to tell us all the lies you have been saying. No, you are now coming to refine the lies so that we can praise you. Or anyway, my
it is.
brother,
It is a. It is a. It is a. It is a pathetic story. Honestly,
pathetic. Yes.
very pathetic story. This is not the time for thought. I guess. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I would say he's trying to clean a record. But honestly, let's the way I say it, the way I say it, as I say it, the way I say it. In some episodes ago, few episodes ago, I commended this man, IBB. Yes, the reason I commended him was because structures today that this so-called democratic government is using to do patch and clean, where he's part of his he was part of the provider. What I mean part of the provider? Abuja today, Babangida's decision made Abuja work. Babangida he did created states. He was the one that created states that we have till date. He did infrastructures that could be put to his name.
A
Yes.
created state, and make Asaba the capital. Asaba that was at the edge of Delta State.
Yes, which was it?
You see,
Well, we understood he made that probably because of his wife or because of a certain way to balance the equation. Well, if he's not perfect, but this move now, I'm using it against him because okay, you cannot just come and tell us that you did all these things. That means we are expecting Jega to come in the next 30 years to say yes.
Yes, the same thing. You know that there was a military plane that that fell into the swamp or the lagoon at that time during his time too. So I've not heard the analysis on that issue. I'm just waiting to.
Maybe there are some things that will be kept untouched because take it or leave it, these people have their families on ground. These people have their children. Their brother children they are there. I saw one today. I don't know. I've not read it deep, but they are reacting. It's not like the thing happened in the 1920s when we can talk about the First World War, the Second World War. These are things that happened here in the 80s, and using a dead man as how would I put it? Using a dead man as the case study is not proper. Abacha is not here to defend himself.
Yes.
Now you are telling us Abacha did this. Abacha said there was no way that the Southerner, especially from the southeast, would take over. All those things.
By implication, which means he was not in charge of the government.
But
You
that is
say,
not. But how can that be true?
yeah. So if what he's saying is true, which means by implication he wasn't in charge of his government.
So it is. It is. I don't know. Is it for the money? This man has a lot of money, or is it just because he wants to tell a story before, or he wants to have, or he's trying to balance something? It is sad. It is sad that he is coming to tell us about things that did not go right, and he's even taking blame for it, and everybody is even applauding, making jokes, and the money is being raised. Hearing people donate 3 billion, 2 billion for nothing. It is sad. It breaks my heart that even after I say, okay, yes, the man's vision has tried during a certain time, but it is sad and it's a bad thing on ground that it will sadden my heart if people begin to relate because means if Babangida can write a book like this, Jega will come and write a book in the next 20 or 30 years about the presidential election that just passed. Then you have the INEC officials coming to tell you how they single-handedly changed election
Result.
results and the winner, the true winners do not live or do not exist anymore. Because okay, now Abiola won the election. What do you take from there? You want Abiola to go into the books of retirement so that pension can be paid to him, or you want his legacy should be given for him one day? It is the harm has destroyed a lot of lives. Let us not
Or should he be declared as a president for posthumously for one day?
or I don't get
Yeah.
what
What is the implication of him saying he won?
exactly
Yeah.
what is the reason for this?
It's meaningless.
It's too many. It wasn't necessary at all. It wasn't necessary.
He
It
lost his
wasn't.
life. The wife lost her life
The children
in the
are
process.
disarrayed, property
Eh?
gone, everything.
Other people too died. Other people died in the
A lot
process.
of people died along the line. A lot. We are just calling the big names. Do you know how many sacrifices were made on the line of Jesus? So now we are talking. You are coming to tell us, and some guys are applauding because some of them have been riddled to jokes. It is like Nigerians, I don't know. Our people begin every morning you wake up, you see something new, and you just feel
Something new every
big
day.
video every
Every
day.
day.
Every day. Obasanjo will criticize, or he will go for these parties, he will be in the front seat. Tinubu will be there cheering. They are all, I mean, Osinbajo was there. They
All
called
of them.
all of them. These are come on. So I just saying in a whole bunch of politicians in a big country like Nigeria, everybody has the same mentality. I respect Babangida still. I respect Babangida, but Oga, some
Even our dear brother Peter Obi, that I respect a lot, was even Peter Obi is fast losing his morale and
no.
dignity.
The thing I tell people, you cannot pretend for too
Yeah.
long.
You know,
I say,
I respect
pretend.
him a lot, but what he said that Babangida left the country better than it is now, that was uncalled for. You don't
You
need
see,
to.
I think this man, I've said it before about especially the same Peter Obi. I've said it about him. I think Costaris, Maduka, what's his name? He came out. He made a submission. He said Nigeria is right on the right path. Obi wouldn't have done anything different. That is what I thought too. There's a lot of Costaris, customers, Maduka. He said Peter Obi because you can tell. How we are coming to applaud Babangida. Nobody should have nobody in those days. The people that felt the pain of Babangida most should be in his age level. People probably just leaving school or starting work at early youth. Because a lot of people, but Tinubu and other everybody in the country, all of them ran. And now you're telling us about leaving country because you want to get the robust from the Northerners that Babangida was the ice man, was a good man, and he did. Our problem Babangida for the infrastructure, but though it wasn't Babangida's money. But coming now to do this is, I saw it. I've not spoken about it before. It just pained me so much, and the jokes that were made, everybody feeling comfortable is sad. Other children are watching. The other they give us children are watching. Everybody, it's gonna happen. This is going to be a norm. I think basically.
I think, Mr. Host, I think the human rights organization, I don't know if it's the Human Rights and Accountability Project that is asking that Babangida should be prosecuted.
Oh, well,
Probably, yeah.
the human rights or whatever group, those are
Uh,
joke. Are
no,
they
they will
waiting
just
for now?
no,
Are they
they will
waiting for
just
now
talk.
to? Are they waiting for now to know that he did those things that he did? Why? What are we
No,
waiting because he
no.
accepted it to the book?
He has
Accepted.
confessed. He has accepted responsibility,
He didn't
most especially
accept
that of
responsibility.
Delegiwa. He has accepted responsibility for what happened.
Yes,
But
he can say.
somebody
He can
accepting
say.
responsibility is not supposed to be punished
No, he can
for
say.
having committed
He
such
can
such
come and
heinous
say.
crime.
He can come and say it happened during his time, so he will take responsibility, not because he did it. Because this man is an intelligent man. He's not putting everything on Abacha. He's putting the June 12 annulment on Abacha, not him. I read that part. That is the excerpt from what he said. That Abacha said he would rather, and he indicted David Mark. He said David Mark said he would buy Abiola if he swore him. He would buy Abiola himself. So the man did not put his name. He said so
Mm.
he had that corner and he said if he didn't do it, that the Northerners and social people will come after him.
Mm.
That's a joke. Well, we have other good day, gentlemen. Mr. Uyi, you are not having you're having a straight face. I hope everything is okay.
You know, what
I
is
hope,
what
Mr. Oye, I hope you are not with AK-47.
I'm not with AK-47. No, because if you see that gathering, the gathering that those are the people that what will I say? How will I put it now? They destroyed our generation. I'm telling you, they destroyed. If you notice that there's this generation that of Nigerians that did not progress with time just because of what these leaders did to us. Then we had in our generation, we had 25 years old, 26 years old, still living in their parents' houses. and still collecting pocket money from their parents, because the Babangida, Abacha, before Babangida, after Abacha leadership, they destroyed our generation. And to see them gather again to celebrate the destruction is pathetic. What do you want me to say? There's no way any sane person will be happy to see that gathering. And why is he writing a book? What does he want to tell us? We don't care. He should keep it. Okay, now he knows that he's about to leave the world. Now he knows that there is death. You see, these politicians, at times I just wonder, look at someone like Tinubu. Tinubu now, if God is too kind to him, let's say 15 more years. I'm telling you, even with all the money and everything, if God is too kind, 15, 20 years after today, he will be no more. And these are the people that have experienced life. They've lived like 80 years. They know that 15 years is just like 2 minutes. So I don't know the reason why these people cannot just sit down and say, let me do this thing for the sake of God. Let me just do this thing because life is not, I'm not going to live forever. Even as old as he is, Babangida, he is still not saying the truth. So I don't, you know the soft copy of that book. I post the soft copy.
Yeah.
Do you know that I've not even read it? I don't care. What do I want to read?
What the person worried that for?
But thank you. Why? Why would I want to read that? Look at this younger generation now, our children's generation, this younger generation. You can see how fearless. They call it disrespectful. But it's not because they are disrespectful. It's because now they can see what is happening in the other side of the world. They can see that their mates in the other side of the world, they can see how far the opportunities that they get available. So they are now reacting with that anger. That's why you see them. They don't respect people. They don't talk with respect. The reason why they don't talk with respect is because they are disappointed and they are angry. How can we come from a very, very rich and blessed country and we still struggle to get electricity to iron our clothes and charge our phones? You can imagine. And people say, oh, the white people are racist. Donald Trump is not respecting Africans. He does not care about. Why would they care about us when we don't care about ourselves? Why? Why would they care about us when we don't even care about ourselves? Look, we are not even ashamed. And they were even donating billions to buy that rubbish.
Even a coin.
They were donating billions.
Yeah.
Do you know that one copy is 200,000?
Who's going to spend? Who's
Sure.
going to? I won't
200,000.
spend
One
50,
copy.
I won't buy that book for 15 naira. I will not buy that book for 15 naira. They were narrating how they were dashing oil blocks to people and oh my God, giving people banking license and the rest. Is that not? Someone is just confessing broad daylight that I've been a kidnapper for years. That was how I made all my money. From that kidnapping money, I gave to this DPO, I gave to this commissioner of police, I gave to this, and Nigerians are clapping. He's even selling the books, and Nigerians are donating. And in the launch, they are donating billions in the launching. See, the country is a crime scene, honestly.
This is happening in front of the president. This is what makes it a bigger mockery. That we have a Democratic president that has been there He's applauding
No,
his.
the president. No, it can happen in front of the president because they are birds of the same feathers. What do you want the president to say?
He
He will
shouldn't
go
go
there.
for something. No,
He should not
he should.
go.
Why should he go for a launch? Every book launch now they will go for.
Is
What's
he
he going for?
anywhere? The guy is
The
not
Nigerian-
anywhere.
the country has better issues than going for a book launch.
The country
A
has
book,
better issues.
yes,
Have
so how
have
and then go
have
for
the
a book
president
launch.
have the president conducted himself in the manner of someone that is aware that the country has better issues, even before now? Don't answer that question. He cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. The president cannot give what he does not have. That is just the truth. Is either you are for them or you are against them. Is either you are with them or you are with the masses. That's just the truth. And the only politician, according to what the only politician we didn't see there is Showore. To be fair, it's
Yeah,
Showore.
Showore gave it.
Yeah,
Showore gave a submission.
because you
I
can't.
he said it's the way it's going. He said it's a catastrophe, and he's saying the same thing. The reactions everybody is getting from the media that this is a crime being confessed, and it is sad. It is sad. For me, it's just painful. It is very painful. It is very painful. Let us just
You
yeah.
are disappointed that the president of the country does he have a choice? He's
No,
got
no, you have a
don't
choice.
say he will a day is coming where he will write his book.
Yeah. No, I think Jega should be the next person in line.
Jega or the president.
Jega should collect. Maybe probably they will donate more than 16 billion or something.
They will already have book. Buhari will write his books.
Buhari has written his book. Buhari wrote his book. That is Buhari's book that Buhari said that he gets dividends from his apartment. The money he has today that he uses to take care of himself, and the funds from.
Was it after his tenure?
Yeah, just last year, sometime last year.
Okay,
he said that it's from his house in Kaduna that he gets rent to take care of himself. I don't know. What is it their publishers? Is it their friends? Is it their family members? Sometimes there's some things. Sometimes you wonder how these people get advice. Is it media that is going to meet them to say, "Okay, let's do this thing so we can make money"? To me, they don't need money. You have said something just now, and coming to think of it, Babangida is 83 years old. I'm not wishing him anything, but Babangida, just leave Canada alone. Leave Agbada, go home, take care of your children, live your life.
Because you know what, maximum 20 more years. That if God is too kind,
that is him and his God. But what does he even in 20 more years? What does he still want? You don't have to be on camera. Okay, the deed has been done. Leave your stories to your children, or you want also, and you underline something. Even now that is coming to say, okay, let me reflect. I'm an old person and I'm trying to. You're still coming to give us lamba.
He's still trying. Thank you. He's still giving us lamba. He's still trying to scheme, to scheme. I thought it's the Maradona that is his boot is somewhere in the city room on top of one hook. I didn't know that.
You don't want to hang your boot and forget about the
I didn't know that the Maradona is still wearing his Adidas copper.
I still don't get it. You are just coming. Let him say or put everybody. He put people that we cannot reach. Abacha is the billionaire. Even while he was getting but he said he gave kudos to Abacha. But Abacha, he respects Abacha a lot. But Abacha.
They will all blame Abacha. That's the thing. Even those that had.
He needed to give the testimony of a dead man in the story. Because the dead man is not there to respond for himself.
Those Nigerian politicians, and the ex generals, they will all put it on Abacha. Even those that did a contract under during Abacha's regime, even those that Abacha made billionaires, they will all blame Abacha because Abacha is no longer alive. That is the truth. That is it. They will all blame Abacha because Abacha is not there. Even all those that did contract under Abacha, all of them, all those people that collected money, the ones close to Abiola that collected money from Abacha, all of them, they will still blame Abacha because it's not there to say, oh, you collected money, you collected money. That's the reason why they shut our Mustafa up, because they know that if our Mustafa speak, all of them, they will all be in trouble. That's the thing. Blaming Abacha. Why are you blaming Abacha? If you had done the right thing, why will Abacha wouldn't even be in the picture?
No, but my own case is this. Don't fix it if it's ain't broken. If you don't want to give it to us, the democratic rule, you should have done all those elections. Because they have already done Senate, they have done governorship. The only thing that was left was presidential.
Yeah, because they were.
Oyegu was governor, Tinubu had one senatorial, it was a transition.
Yeah.
Why do all those things when you know right from the onset that you were not going to give it to Abacha? Are you saying, okay, let's do this way? It was Abacha versus, it was Abiola versus Topa. Are you saying if Topa had won, who is a Kanu industrialist, if Topa had won, Abacha would have not agreed?
Yeah, I think
he's now saying that Abacha said a Southerner cannot be president over Abacha's dead body. That especially from the southwest, that the Southerner cannot because he made Abacha, he praised Abacha but put Abacha on the hot spot, like Abacha hated Southerner. That was from what I read and what I could comprehend. So now I'm saying if the case was reversed and Abiola did not win, but did not, because it was against Abiola and North and South. So if Topa had won, who is his northerner, probably from Kano State where Abacha is from as well, will Abacha now say Babangida shouldn't hand it over to Topa, or will they say Abacha say I want to be president even if Topa had won?
No, I think from the whole thing, what I think actually happened, their plan is just my own opinion. Yes. I think because they were under pressure from the West, to form a democratic government. Yeah, but you know that time they were under those dictators in those.
Babangida was under pressure.
Yeah, they were under pressure. So what they did is that, okay, no worry, we'll do all the other local elections. We'll do the Senate, do local government, state governor elections, swear them in, then fix presidential election, annul the election. You understand? I'll step aside, form an interim government, which will not be a military interim government.
Yeah.
You understand? I'll form an interim government, put a civilian there. Then you could get power from the civilian. Then you do election, you contest, and you get in as a civilian president, as a democratic president. Because it was his buddy, he was his ally, it was his 5 and 6. You understand me? So I am sure that there would have been like an agreement that Emilokon, you understand? After me, I'll pass it to you. If Buhari and Tinubu can do Emilokon, why can't IBB and Abacha do Emilokon?
They don't need the INEC to do that one.
They don't need INEC to do that one. They have the gun, they have the bullet.
They have the stick, they have the yam.
That is it. So you understand what I'm trying to say? So if you look at the pattern, that would be the plan. If you just look at the pattern. Just look at the pattern. That would have been the plan. And he started doing who does the cap fits, who the cap fits. 1 million, is it youth
Anything else for Abacha?
Anything else for Abacha?
Yeah,
that guy cash out. Was it Kalu or Kalu? Guy cash out. You understand? So and that's it. And the problem is still the people. That's it. You know what? you see this, we all blame these leaders, and if they work with people, they have enablers. You understand me? So we still boils down to the people. If Abacha returns today, you still see Nigerian youths that will queue up and say, yes, we want to support Abacha, provided Abacha bring money. You understand me? So that is the thing. We can blame the leaders from now to next 30 years. But we, the followers, are we really tired?
The leaders are part of the leaders are a chip of the old block. So the leaders are part of the people. So
So that's the thing. Is anyway, the
yeah.
man.
Chipoye, we have a Chipoye. Chipoye, are you there? Are you there? Chipoye, are you there? Okay. What I'll do, I'll try to swap my gadget.
I don't think Mr. Abbas is doing.
Hello?
I don't know Mr. Abbas is still doing free side video.
Joe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, moderator.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Joe. Please, Mr. you hold on. Let us ask Joe. Joe,
No problem.
the topic for today, we are talking about first Okpebholo. Okay, no, before we go to Joe, Mr. Uyi, what do you have to say about Okpebholo's 100 days in office?
I've not been following this Edo State government and what he's been doing. I don't think, is there any new project he's embarked on? I don't really think.
Well, we 100 days is like 2 weeks these days. And,
100 days is like 2 weeks. I really do not know the reason why they celebrate that 100 days in office. To me, it doesn't really make sense.
I think it's a reality check. They don't celebrate it because they want to celebrate achievements for the people. They celebrate it because they want to realize that they have spent 100 days in a house full of luxury. They have power. 100 days in office means nothing. What can you achieve in 100 days? But they celebrate it because, yes, I've been paid 3 times my allowances. I have a new car. I have power. I've been in power for 100 days. Let us see the powers that we have. Because it makes no sense. But they always use it as a yardstick for what they cannot explain to us. But people are saying 100 days, 100 days in office. What is the trajectory of the government so far?
That is what is more important. It's not about the 100 days in office, because 100 days to me is not enough to do proper. When you say proper work, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because if you it's not like it's his second term, it's just his first term in office. You are going to form your government. You're going to form a government. You're going to do so many things. You're going to have to restructure, because you have, I know you want to continue some things, but you're not going to, everybody has got a unique way of working. You understand? So you're going to have your own way, and you're going to have your own plan. So to even start to conceive and start executing those plans, it takes time due to the various steps. So I don't think 100 days is just 3 months. So I don't think 100 days is really enough to judge someone. But I don't see any reason why they are celebrating and spending money celebrating 100 days in office. To me, it does not make sense, because the amount they've put in, the amount and effort they've put in celebrating 100 days in office is more than the job they've done. I don't know if you understand me.
Yes, I do. But I still like to ask, from maybe gathering or what people have said, what do you think? You must have heard from people from home and on. Have there been any changes? Have there been any developments?
if we have to go by what we hear and what we see on the news, both social media and both what do they call it again? Both mainstream. There's nothing really exciting about what they're doing in Edo State or this government, Edo State government. But that being said, I still think that 100 days is not enough. It's too short to judge someone. But with what we are saying, I really do not think I wasn't. See, to be honest, I wasn't expecting. Was the APC man Monday Okpebholo. I wasn't expecting him to. I was not expecting anything from him. You understand me? So, if this is where we are in Edo State, I'm not surprised. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I get your point.
Yes, because it's everything that we predicted that is happening. So are we really surprised? No, but I will not, because of that, because of my bias, now say that 100 days is enough for him to really do something. 100 days, I know 100 days is not enough.
Yeah, true. People only, I think on the reaction, people will use 100 days because government is continual. If I'm using the right word,
Yes.
government continual. Yes, when you get into office, you are supposed to. It's a transition. You take like a battle or a mantle handed over to the next person. Say, okay, continue from where I stopped.
That's
So
true.
if I have ongoing projects, which no government can finish all its projects in a tenor or in their tenors, double tenors.
That's
If there's
true.
an ongoing project that has been building from the development stages, now we hand it to the next governor. That's why you give him the book and say, this is how it is, this is the contract we have been using, these are the projects on hand. It's based on continuity. So right now, people are saying, okay, in 100 years, not 100 years, 100 days, how much of this continual proceedings or process have you made? Now, our kind of democracy where people position becomes the blocker of development. Take it or leave it. People might say I'm sounding biased. Edo State does not belong to one person.
No.
If I become governor from a YP party, I go in and I see any laudable project that's been handed by Monday by himself, I will continue it. Okay, you are building a Ramat Park or you are building a bridge over Ramat Park. Now you have not been able to finish it in your tenure. I don't want to talk about timing. You have not been able to finish it or dualize it in your tenure. I would say, okay, let me see the process that has been made. Let us see how far you have gone. It is my duty to continue it. I'm not going to break down the bridge or say I will abandon it because he is not from my party.
Yeah.
You know? But the kind of democracy the kind of democracy or the kind of mindset that these people education. Let us not go far. Education is key because it's only an educated person with sense that will know that a bridge is being built and he has to continue. But some people will come to say, no, this is not the project, let us break it down and they abandon it. That is where we are in Nigeria. That's why you see projects being abandoned and crazy mistakes are being made. So that is 100 days.
Moderator, I understand all you just said is how it is supposed to be. You understand me? Do you know in this world that we are living, we really don't need someone to tell us the difference between good and bad. You understand me? We know it. All this you have said, we know is the natural. That's how it's supposed to be. But just think of the way we select our leaders, the way they come into office. For someone that have come into office through selection, it's going to be difficult because what is happening in Edo State now? What is happening in Edo State? Edo government, Edo State governance in Edo State is all about trying to discredit what Obaseki have done. I don't know if you understand me. That is what it's
Yes,
all about.
obviously.
The whole institution, the whole I don't know how to say. Just everybody, the political class in Edo State now in government, all they are after is to tell you that, oh, Obaseki did this. A mast fell in the stadium. Oh, it was substandard. I don't know if it's that mast belong to Edo State. I don't know if it's a mobile, if it's a mobile whatever mast. I don't know. Or it's substandard whatever. In that same stadium, they've been doing rallies and everything. That same stadium, they've been using that stadium to do different things, playing football games, hosted is it Flying Eagles or Super Eagles? But now it's substandard. We are going to probe it. Local government, Obaseki have been collecting money from local government. We are going to probe it. The road, we are going to do it. Radisson Blue, oh, Obaseki this, oh, Oshoma Power Plant, oh, it's 5% Edo State, 95% is. That is what is happening in Edo State now. You understand me? So how can you now come back to tell us that you're going to commission this project, a project that you have once questioned, a project you have once you've questioned the integrity of the project from when you got into office? Are you now going to complete this project and now say you are commissioning this project? I don't know if you understand me. Take for example the e-library.
Yes, I understand.
You take for example the e-library. The e-library, they've commissioned the e-library. But the same e-library, they've been badmouthing that e-library. Oh, what is e-library? What is this? So that I don't understand what Obaseki really did to these politicians that they feel so bitter and angry. I think it is even more than what we know. You understand what I'm trying to say? I really don't know how he offended or where he got it wrong with them. Because there's nothing good about what Obaseki have done in Edo State, according to them. There is
I think
not.
I think on that, I think they feel he raised the bar too high, and
There is nothing. The establishment in Edo State, they are so bitter that they don't even care how the people feel.
I think they are bitter that Obaseki is changing the model or the model of governance in Edo State. Yes, because Oshomole's process in government is what they are trying to bring back to the Monday's process, where you have the likes collecting revenue unaccounted for. Transparency is not there. Everybody is doing what they want to do. They use power. It makes them become the blind man becomes the one-eyed man becomes king of the blind.
Yeah.
That is no intellectuality. Everybody doing what they want. That is it. That's how it was. Oshomo was emperor in his time.
Of course he was.
He may have been an emperor too, but it was a process that people could understand. Yes, you have to, because it's normal, you have to visualize this. You have to.
But when they say Obaseki was an emperor, just tell me one person, just tell me one non-state actor that is not a politician, just one ordinary citizen of Edo State that felt oppressed by Obaseki's policies.
Well,
that's you. I don't know if you understand me. So how was Obaseki an emperor? In his emperor over who?
Let,
That's
uh,
you.
let, let,
It is the
you see,
people. It is the people, the masses, the ordinary man that is supposed to complain that no, we have a dictator as a governor.
can I
It is
just
not.
trip it?
Yeah, Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe wants to say something.
No problem.
Please.
No problem. No problem.
You know what? You know politicians, when you don't give them way, they feel oppressed. It's not they don't you see when you don't give them way to make their personal gain, they feel oppressed because they don't have second address. And Obaseki was not trying to close door for them, but just do normal thing and get your money. That's what Obaseki was trying to do. Was that too big to ask? So that's what Obaseki was doing there. There's no Obaseki did not if they don't feel up, no go to Benin in the last 2 years, last year, nobody's oppressed, everybody is living normal life, trying to make
Yes, that is the
sure
thing. Edo
things
people
were
they were happy.
that was civilization. This guy
When they,
just
when they
come now,
say
take up
emperor,
to 1999.
when they call him emperor, I just say, is it what they say in their meetings that people are now their younger politicians are now trained everywhere around different platforms, calling him an emperor, this, that. I like emperor, but all the ordinary man in the street doesn't see Obaseki as an emperor.
My brother, if you look, the small policy that was rugged policy that was sprayed during Obaseki was Shaibu, not Obaseki himself, was Shaibu.
Ha.
Was Shaibu that did not do that small dirty job. It wasn't Obaseki's handwork.
And that wasn't even government policy. You understand what I'm trying to say? Maybe he goes out of his way to do some things aside, but
That
we are talking
does it.
about we're talking about the government policy.
Everybody welcome it. Everybody was happy. Everybody feel
That's it.
Oh no,
That's
no,
it.
no.
That's it. Everybody welcomed it. When he
Hmm.
moved bus drivers away from Ring Road, they were not complaining because they saw the beauty of what he was trying to do. They saw it. They saw
Alternative,
this.
alternative.
They saw his vision. They saw everything. And they saw what he was using the money to do. But
That was a little crazy.
but
Probably
when
you
they,
don't, you
but when,
don't like
but when you see, it's not. See, I don't even blame the old politicians. I don't blame them. The ones in the generation before us. I don't blame those ones because it's what they are used to. You understand? But when I get so surprised and like very, 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 very
Is
scared
the
of
youth. The youth.
it's the youth. When that's why I get very scared of the future of the country. Like, what is happening? I'm like, are you now used to what our parents would? Well, come on. You see them saying the man
Any,
he's too
any
selfish. He's an
a
emperor.
young that is supporting this government, I think the person is thinking backward. Any president at all youth as a
No,
vibrant that
no,
won't progress in the country. No, 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 no.
no, they're not thinking backwards. The truth is that they are just a victim of the system. You see that system, let me especially the ones living in Nigeria in Edo State. See, you know, what people don't understand is that these politicians, there's a way there's a way they've grabbed and handled and kidnapped the country. That when you are there with them, you will not have an option. You now become like a victim of that system, that environment. These people don't understand what they're doing. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't. They don't.
I
Just
think
give them. Just give them a little chance to be independent
Hmm.
financially. When I say just give them a chance to be independent financially, let
I
them find somewhere they can really make
think
that money that they make from
it's
politics.
a
You will see they will tell you the truth. I'm telling you.
I think it's a matter of choice. Um,
No choice, so my brother. Some of them
No,
don't
I
answer.
say, I can say from my own perspective, some people have been in this. Some people are the reason why these people line up with these politicians because the politicians give them hope and tell them, don't worry, next time it's going to be your turn next. Don't worry.
Yeah,
They give you false hope.
they're waiting.
And they keep you waiting and hungry and ready to die for them because they give you the hope. But when you look at yourself after 4 years, you realize all I had were words, no improvement in my life. Those are for the smart ones. Like I don't want to like the smart ones. They'll say there's no improvement. I've been in the government. I've known Oshomole. I've known Obaseki for over this is 60 years now. And I've not benefited anything directly. I've always been a party faithful. I've always been this. The vendetta has to kick in because it is because you allowed yourself to be used. My brother, we are all in a different sphere. When I mean a different sphere,
Even pace me. If all this youth, if you come across them, say let them define ideology of their party, they don't even know.
even the governors don't know the ideology of their party. People that decamp from party to party at any
They
given time,
don't know. They
they
don't
don't
know.
know.
They believe if you are attached to a party in government, you have to make money. That's their belief. Finish.
I'm not even talking about the. I'm not talking about the. I'm not talking about the politicians, the main ones. I'm talking about their followers because some people have been following APC for almost 20 years now. So what outcome? You see them. There's no improvement. It is they only make ends when they tell them there's a rally, or they come online to defend nonsense. There's nothing. Some of them are not happy, but they are just holding on to something for nothing, thinking that there is a big treasure at the end of anything.
And these politicians, the truth is that these politicians, they prefer to help their children. They prefer to give it to
It
their
is
children.
so. It is now getting to that level where even now the politicians will be like, why should I make a Mr. John governor when I have a son that's old enough to be a governor?
Look at
Why
what is
should I
happening in Lagos State. Look at what is happening in Lagos State.
talking about Lagos State? It's going to happen. It's going to happen everywhere in Nigeria.
In Nigeria,
Yes.
the next 8
The next
years,
governor of Edo State will
Shomole's son
probably
will come.
thank you. Will be somebody from a region of
I
that
don't
thing.
know. It will be a donut's turn. Then he will push his sons forward.
They will tell you he's a doctor. He was the former commissioner of health
Yeah.
and he's qualified. Bam.
And they will get youths like you and I to defend him on
Yeah,
platforms
because
and tell you that
the guy is a youth. So
yeah,
put that and channel it into their
they will
kids.
ask you a question: is he qualified or not qualified? That's what
Yes.
they will tell you he's right.
They'll say, is he qualified? Is he educated? Does he have, they
Is
will
he a
bring,
citizen? They will say,
they'll bring
is he? They will tell you that is he a Nigerian? Is he his right to contest? They say yes.
which matches all the boxes. So at the end of the day, that is how bad. So I feel sorry for those people that have been waiting for their turn. They'll wait like a Gugudomigodo. They'll not know when the bus passes their bus stop. Forgive me, I'm not antagonizing anybody or I'm not, but do we use them and show them the way. Now they are going for their kids. Their kids are the main item. Not
Back in Edo start is his pocket. That's what Chumole have been looking for. I finally done it.
well, Oshomole is a man. Like
Edo that go and gather with Oshomole. What kind of you sure? I don't know.
I don't blame anybody.
What did Oshomole this? When?
These are men. So
people like that, Pastor Ezeyamu and others, they have been politics before Oshomole come into Edo State. They have been politics in Edo State before Oshomole came in.
Shomole don't relegate those ones. Shomole a bad guy. Shomole dominated that guy. Dominated him.
who?
Took the soul out of him. Yamu. Shomole continued to dominate him in Edo politics. I'm telling you. No, just forget about those ones. Oshomole is their father. That is what you get when you refuse to read the room and know what is happening. That's what you get.
How can a pastor like Ezeyamu step it down for more the Okpebholo? More the Okpebholo. Oh, in short. If what is your whether it's even your region that you want to produce a governor or not, just contest with him. Let him be say you lose. Not step it down.
Even from that region, we had other people from that region now.
God.
We had Elolume and the rest of them from that region. Come on, man.
He had just finished himself now, if you don't know.
We
Step it
had the
down for show your position to body already. You should know that now.
Well,
Show your
he's not from Edo Central, and apparently,
no, moderator. It's better you lost in primary, say because you are not from Edo Central than step it down for Pueblo.
no, at that point, they don't losing is not an option. If you understand what I'm saying, losing is not an option. They will say they would not lose. They rather step aside than losing. Losing brings it brings down their level. After
Yeah.
you lost to me in primaries. It will make you
You
be like you don't win
know,
primaries. You talk to
with
me.
that
So what you do? You
that
say,
step it down. Want to step down, everybody believe you took money. That's why you step down. That's Nigeria politics for you.
oh, no, that is why they say it is a game of interest. You have to take money. It's an agreement. You can't just step down for nothing.
The
You
reason
have
why me, the
to
reason
take
why
you step down, take this and get your force behind me.
the reason why I was disappointed in him is that he was like the most senior politician out of all of them. What happened is that they came together to push one person to be able to fight off Oshomole's candidate. But he is the most senior politician amongst all of them. He's
Yes,
supposed to know better that okay, if I have to even have the opportunity to be graced with that opportunity to push to project someone that could be the governor of Edo State, let me go for the best among the ones that are from this region. I
yes.
don't know if you understand me. He should be. See, if he gave someone like Ololume or someone better, and and they're treating him like this, it will not be as painful as look at the person that is governor,
Mm.
and look at the way they are relegating him. Look at the person, the man that is, even just I don't know if you understand me. I can take that from Obaseki. If I'm a politician, I'm a state leader, and if Obaseki is treating me like this, I would take it from Obaseki. Also, if I look at the man that is treating me, I will know that he's a sound man that knows what he's doing.
You have capacity.
It's not someone that they're just pushing around. That is going everywhere, kneeling down. I bet me myself a talk before they come ban me to come from Benio. But they're not going to tell me say I not fit go house again though.
Well, every day we talk about the state. Every day we talk about the state. Well, I think there are other topics on the table. And Joe, I want you to Joe. We talked about the what's it called? The former president's book. Joe, do you have any submission on that? Joe, Mr. Joe, are you there? Mr. Joe, are you doing something else? Anyways, let us move on. Okay, there's a bit of news coming in, and it's something that we have to discuss. Nigeria is a very large country, and technology-wise, we are not there. Even if we have the soundest minds that know how to work on this on IT. We have a lot of the youth technology inclined. The intelligence is sparkling. Come on abroad, yes. But there's a
You
problem.
moderator, do you listen to the broadcast Monday made through channel?
No, no, we are not. Monday, no, I didn't listen to the broadcast. I won't do that.
If
No,
you look at that broadcast, my brother, you will be ashamed of Edo State.
no. Monday is. Let's leave Monday first.
He's still campaigning. He's still campaigning. No campaign. When somebody say he didn't know he won election, he's still campaigning. It's just like it's a dream to him. He's still campaigning.
Yeah, well, Monday will be okay. It'll be all right.
It will be okay, my brother.
It'll
Monday,
be very
Monday
okay.
is enjoying. Is enjoying. No.
Yes, it'll be all right.
Ah,
Like I said, there's been an increase in price hike on DSTV and GoTV packages. I want to say something. Why is it always us? Why do we have multi-choice in Nigeria? We don't have our own Nigerian cable company. What is it? How many billions do they need? They raised 15 billion for a book just now.
We
They keep on seizing money from billionaires every day.
we have several of them before. They couldn't meet up. They couldn't work. ITV when ITV came out, it was almost finishing multi-choice, but at the time the man could not pay subscription. You have to pack it. Because premiership is what make people mostly go into multi-choice. So the man refused to renew a contract, renew a payment for for Premier League sponsors. So that was why he had issue, and that's the major because it was almost there. Okay, everybody was switching to ITV. Everybody was switching to ITV massively, but at
I
the
switched,
time
I switched to high TV. Yes, I did switch to high TV.
it
But
just
it is that is what I said. But even if okay, look at it this way. Let's
I
look
don't
at it.
know, with a very brilliant young guy like this. I don't know what happened. So
Let's look at it. Yeah, I think he had issues with the bank. I heard one story that he collected a loan from GT Bank, and while ITV was flourishing, ITV wanted to be the sole account holder for High TV. But when the monies were coming, ITV, it was GT Bank that helped finance, according what I read. This GT Bank helped finance the project to pay for the Premiership rights for
right.
2 years. Yes. After those 2 years, or in the course of the process, he now had to get relationships with other banks. So going forward, he needed to renew his Premiership subscription, and I think the people came with a 3-year contract. GT Bank refused to raise the money for him. The other banks which he went to flirt with did not feel comfortable raising the money for him. The multi-choice realized this, or in collaboration, because I think maybe multi-choice, because multi-choice wasn't showing EPL for those years. ITV took over. It was, but my own case is okay. I'll go back to that. So when they wanted 3 years, he couldn't do it. They gave him a time frame. DSTV or multi-choice knew that it was. I think probably it was a conspiracy. They knew that he couldn't meet up the paid ahead. So that was what ended the ITV. Well, my own case, even when ITV was working, sometimes they forgot about certain broadcasts. This is a true life story. There was a day we were in, I think, with one of the panelists. We were waiting for a Monday evening. Okay, basically you have Monday night matches, but there was a week like for this week now, there are matches on Tuesday and Wednesday. We were waiting for a Wednesday night or a Wednesday or Tuesday night a game, and ITV forgot to stream it. Unfortunately or fortunately, somewhere we were hanging out in Lagos at that point in time, we saw one of those presenters, one of the guys that wore glasses. He had this. We saw him at the bar, and we had to go confront him. We are here. Why are you here? Don't you people know that there's football match today? And he was like, really? There's a game today? I didn't know. So those are the little things that we use to put ourselves on the edge because we don't handle things properly. We don't. When it comes to us, we take it for granted. Honestly, multi-choice or DSTV, like they call them, has been doing a brilliant package in Nigeria. Without them, a lot of these things, even sometimes when you go into streaming football abroad, you'll be shocked to see a super sport channel being streamed online because they don't forget, they know their work, they know how to go about it, they know how to do adverts, they know how to reach out. But my own case is this: why is MultiChoice still the only cable company in Nigeria? This is a very expensive, this is a busy, lucrative, wonderful standard. There are other things that you can use to lure people apart from the African magic. Imagine African magic. African magic is being mostly channeled or mostly powered with Nigerian movies. And Nigerian cable company does not exist. It's not Bollywood, Nollywood. Nollywood is almost as high rated and ranking as the Bollywood and the Hollywood. But still, no one has seen this as these billionaires. I have a bright idea on it, but you need the monies and the connection. Get the license and proceed with enough of it. So why is now being more when we just have one cable company, they wake up in the morning and they say, let us increase this tariff. I think in the last 12 months, this is the second or the third time the prices have been increased. The bouquet, but the prices have been increased. Is it the rise in dollar or the drop in naira or what do we say? This is I'm not bringing this. It's not political. It is not. It's part of the show. It's part of the social welfare that our people go through. These are the things that we are inclined to, because people hardly watch the local channel these days. Everybody is more inclined into football, especially betting, with the betting spree or the betting higher level of betting. People are more inclined into European football, etc. But why is it being difficult? Why is it so heavy to have in homes?
Is it, when it comes to Nigeria business, government don't actually support. That's a major problem we have in Nigeria. Government don't support. It's not just financial support and no. When it comes to business, that's what we call business law. You make its implementation very effective. We have a case when somebody lost money to recover money back. You see, start having lot failures. You won't be able to recover your money back. So are the things. Insurance in Nigeria is not effective. You insure your business, then when they come to issue, insurance will back out. So many things. So there's so many things that's killing business in Nigeria. Those are the things when it comes to Western world. If you have insurance, you have insurance. You rely on insurance. But in Nigeria, it's not so. I remember we did one business with one guy in Kano. We before we started that business, we insured that business. We were to build a telecom mask, about 40 of it. We insure this thing because just in case we have issue, won't have financial difficulties. Insure and back out. They back out. So I think have to withdraw that contract from us. We lost a lot of money. So in short, Nigeria, so many things go wrong. So many things
That's
going on. So many things.
insurance is a big issue, because you see these businesses have banks will not if there's no proper insurance, who is going to finance these big projects? Who? That's the problem. Who's going to finance it? Are you
Who's going to
do you
finance all of that?
like, if you're saying, okay, the guy, when it was time for him to renew his Premier League viewing rights, he could not renew it because
Yeah,
the bank don't want to, to finance that the bank don't want to finance. Okay, let's just assume it was political because of the relationship between himself and the bank, how it went.
yeah,
We were talking about, like, in an ideal situation,
yes.
if the bank will not bankroll that kind of, because it doesn't involve small amount of money.
No.
If there's no proper insurance, that when it goes south, the bank knows that insurance, they'll be able to get their money back from insurance. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
I'm just trying to buttress my brother's point that there are a lot of things wrong in the Nigeria setting that makes such business not strive. That is the reason why you cannot there are not indigenous cable companies that is competing with DSTV.
Yeah, but my own case is this. My own case is this. First, when you have a business in Nigeria, there's competition. It depends on the business you're having. But you see, DSTV does not have any competition. The first competition that came flawed itself. First, I would give it. I would say. I would say the guy in person, right. I want to talk about him. I'm not talking about his personality. I think he did wrong. He got this idea. He gave it to a bank, and the bank agreed and funded it at the first time. But the bank told him that he should not let with other banks because the bank has seen the prospect.
Yeah.
Now everybody, a full nation, is a fresh cable company. Honestly, it was a fresh cable company, high TV, which needed now buying the cable pack, installing your cable, your dish, buying the little decoder, get the remote, get your subscription monthly. I think it was as low as 1,500 to 4,000. With 4,000 naira, then you could watch every Premiership match. I think La Liga was included also, but it was kind of limited. But you could get this package compared to the minimum, this 9,000 at that point in time, that 9,000 that DSTV had. So the disparity was great. Now you have a bank that has agreed to support you, and they have told you these are the measures. Let everybody that is using your service go through GTB only. But because I think he now had a collateral, which is the high fee.
Yeah.
He now used this collateral to get monies from other banks, even if they were small loans that he could pay easy. The banks know there's no need. If you want, we are here to fund you. You are making money because everybody channeled into high TV. We now started having power cables.
You know,
So
but my concern is that when they had that agreement, was there like a written contract?
why not? For a company that wants to give you almost 120 million, I think it was 120 million naira or so.
And that was one of the conditions in the
Yes, condition is GT Bank had to be the mother bank for ITB.
Why did the
When
bank
you are buying subscription, when you are paying your monthly
You know where my
subscription,
problem lies. You know where you know what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Okay, GTB. This is a business that you know that it will definitely strive, and you will
yes,
make a whole lot of money from it.
yes,
You entered into an agreement with a
yes,
customer. Yeah.
yes,
You have started the business, and clients are third-party customers are paying into your true GTB account for the services. Yeah.
yes,
Okay. Now that you have noticed that, your customer have breached that contract
yes.
by starting a relationship with another bank. So why didn't you use a legal means to stop that breach and continue that business, because that business is profitable.
Guess what? Whether the business is profitable or not, GT Bank will still make money. Now, who loses? Who has lost from the whole issue? It's the same cable company.
It's
The
both
cable
the cable
company,
company. You know the reason why I said
cable
both the
company
cable
might
company.
have made money even
Yeah.
to be
But
able to
what the
simply pay for the DSTV. You know, when you make money, you can
Yeah.
simply pay anybody. Then you might come after the contract with GTV, you cut GTV off. Now you have become a powerhouse. If DSTV says, if EPL rights says pay 600 million, you have made so much money, you pay
Yeah.
it. You take yourself from the clutches of any bank.
Yeah.
But now after 2 years, because it wasn't 1 year that HITV, I think it was 2 years, 2 seasons. After those 2 seasons, you could not even pay for it anymore. That means you have own squandered. Then you went to dine with the devil. After 2 years, you are still needing the bank. So imagine if you had stayed with GT Bank alone
Yeah.
and not breached the contract. When you needed more money, GT Bank would have said, okay, we know how this one works. We are going to do this even at a cheaper rate, because now EPL needed a 3-year contract. They needed him to pay in 3 years. I don't know why they increased it, but they needed him to pay in 3 years for 3 more years. But he could not afford it. He went back to the bank that he breached the contract with. Will you do business with a man like that got distrust? No. Now go back. I think GT Bank now said, you go to your other bank that you went to meet. He went there, couldn't walk. DSTV took advantage of it, and what? Today it happens. Then at the end of the day, HITV started declining. The channel started reducing.
As soon as they couldn't.
Yeah,
As soon as
everybody
they couldn't give premiership, they couldn't show premiership. Everybody left.
walk. Their offices started shutting down. It became funny. Some people stuck with it. Some people, like, how did they shut it down completely? Because there were some other interesting things that were showing. Now they had, it now became funny. They were showing Europa and DSTV was showing EPL.
EPL, yeah.
So at some point, we needed 2 kind of cables, you know? So it was becoming funny, and at some point, we was more of the EPL, so we let go of the ITV. So that is it. But in a nutshell, data is still expensive in Nigeria. Data. I know data is not cheap anywhere, but data is still expensive in Nigeria. 1. 2, cable is not that expensive anymore. Even if we know that there are people that are making the world a better place. Some people say it's illegal in some countries, but if they are making the world a better place, because without those people, yes, my brother, I will open up. Yes, it is. There are some minds that can. If see the boys that do these things, they are young boys.
I'm telling you.
For the love and the passion. And now in the Asian part of the world, they are taking it, they are not, it's not free. But it's little. They could have done it for free, but they say, let us capitalize a little on this. It is not guaranteed, but that is how these matches are being watched. That's how that's how the love of these teams, that's why those teams, especially in the EPL, are the biggest teams in the world. It's not because they have the best players, no. It's not because the league is the best, no. It's because of the appreciating our best, no.
It's because of the money involved.
It's just because of the people that indulge in it, watching it. It's not even the money. The money is not their money is not as big as the money in Saudi Arabia.
No.
But because of the people that are focused in it, because they're watching it.
And people spend money to watch that, to watch them.
See, my brother, anywhere in the world, if you see stadiums in the US, if you see stadiums in Asia, you will know people love the game.
Filled up.
They are filled up. So why can't we just take advantage of it? There are people that can fund a lot of beautiful projects. But first of all, again, going back to Stop Zero, how can you open a cable company in Nigeria when there's no light? Let's go back to number. Let's go back. It's like getting to question 76, and they tell you, okay, 78. They'll say, go to number 1. Using the formula in number 1 to solve number 78. It becomes a problem.
And when we keep complaining of DSTV, we've forgotten that to run a business in Nigeria. To run a business in Nigeria, you know how much they spend on those companies they spend on diesel monthly.
I think to run a legitimate business in Nigeria. It's only nothing. It's just it takes us back. You hear cases of no light for 2 days. Imagine an office that is supposed to work not having light for 2 days.
National grid.
Now, how can you even do round the sheet? Because some offices can work 24 hours. All you do is 3 sheets. Everybody do 8 hours at every time. Yeah. So now, Nigerian offices will close by 4 o'clock because, first of all, for them to work at night, you have to create extra security. And creating extra security, you have to create extra power supply. Creating extra power supply, you might need to buy an extra power plant generator. And diesel goes to 150,000, 100,000 for a few hours. What kind of business are you running? That's the question you ask. What kind of business are you running that you need to put so much finances just to generate only electricity?
Only electricity. Imagine is it Zenith Bank or so that had one? They had one branch in. I think they had one branch. Is it in Ikoyi or so? That is just ATM branch.
GT Bank.
Is it GT Bank? Is it Zenith? Zenith Bank.
Ikoyi, what part of Ikoyi?
Is it Zenith or UB? It's long, man. It's long ago. More than, I think it's close to like 16, 17 years now. So.
Yeah, I think Owolowo Road had one branch. It was just ATM flag.
Okay, so just imagine the cost of running that place.
And you can put your card, they will charge you.
Just imagine the cost of running that place 24 hours. If not for government money, these banks most of the banks in Nigeria don't fold up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, true.
If not for government bring account, government can't take loan. They use their FAC account, their federal allocation account as collateral. They bankroll. They help one big politician when they know say get 99% chance of winning the election. They help and bankroll election. They give them give them account, he give them this. Most banks for the I'm telling you, maybe not 2 banks within Nigeria.
No, but again, you cannot even sideline the banks out of it, because the TOT, the 50 naira, the 200.
Yeah, they have to do those things. Oh, of course, they need to do those things to be able to remain in business, and that's the truth.
Yeah. We can say that, but yeah, you cannot take 50 naira from a man that has 1,000 naira in his account. It is not fair, because you want the bank to be the strongest bank in the world. Lend it, go and pick up.
Somebody sent you 1,000 naira, they will collect 50 naira.
They are the end of it.
From savings account to savings account. Oh. It's not even business account. It's
So
not even current account. From savings account. Yeah. From savings account to savings account. Now
the country, those things. When you see those things, you have your hands full. And when we complain, you now hear politicians acting like there's no problem. Instead, they are more interested in, I was supposed to be minister, but Fayoshe said he stopped me from being minister. You hear a former governor now. Rufai is saying Tinubu rejected him from his ministerial committee nominee. You're a governor, for Christ's sake. What do you want to do? Okay, what is it? You'll be minister. Rufai now. You're a minister of Abuja under or during Obasanjo. You went to become a governor. Now you are still crying, baby, that you are that Tinubu stopped you from being a minister. What was your personal business before politics? Go home. Go and read book.
He called Tinubu an area boy. Oh my God. These politicians.
He's threatening to say he wants to go into another party. So he will not join PDP, but he can go into other parties. What do you want? I think that sometimes they should just hold up. What do you want? What is it they want? Is it extra power? Is it money? Is it attention? Or they just like to be heard?
It's just
It is the stories coming from Nigeria, and tomorrow, guess what? Guys everywhere watching, tomorrow there are going to be more funny stories. There are the stories that come out. I think I want to make a submission. I think I think the government, in collaboration with these people, do these things to distract us, because it creates room. When we are distracted, we don't see the big picture. But time goes fast. These people don't do anything. It's like a joke, but it's like a joke. Time goes fast. And in 2025, Tinubu was sworn into government May 29th, 2023, almost 2 years ago.
Rufai is now holding meeting with Atiku. He once insulted. Atiku insulted like how many months? That is
how they play it. That's how they play it. They are using it to buy time. We are the ones that are being distracted. The people are the ones that are being distracted. By this time next year, we'll be talking about politics and primaries. We'll be talking about rolling in campaigns. We'll be talking about, in fact, we don't have to get to this time next year. because this is February. By December this year, they'll start campaigning for presidency and elections, and names will come
Yeah,
out.
2027. They've already started campaigning.
Good. So now you ask, what have they been doing in the last 2 years? What has been going on? Appointment, dissolution, reappointment, sacking, change of IGs, change of commissioners of police, LGA elections, court tribunals. You cannot say, okay, good. A bridge has been built from Ore to Ogun or to Ijebu. There's nothing that you can bring out to point out to say, okay, there's a rail track coming from Afuze across to Koko. There's nothing. All we hear are stories. And to crown it up, our social media influencers are part of these distractions. It is true. Let us be factual. This is, if not for sports, I'll say it again. If not for sports, I'm part of, let's say, the news. When I want to read news, I read it online. But when it goes to social media handling, I do it for sports. And they are bad. When I get bad weekends, I don't go at all. When I get interesting ones, I play for comedy. You think that our social media handlers put out there are a bunch of distractors or distraction? It doesn't pass a good message. Babangida has come out, nobody has made a comment.
Because they know, you know what? Those people, they actually on social media to make money. It's their business. And they know that the Nigerian populace, majority of them, they don't consume content that talks about the state of the country. You understand me? So the content they consume are gossips, irrelevant things that have nothing to do with the state of the country they come from, the country that fits that determines what they will become tomorrow.
It affects them. It affects them.
So that's no, it affects them, but they don't. Do they act like?
How long are they going to be content creators? Do they know the next big thing that's going to come? 10 years ago, there was no content creation.
But content creation is their
It has come now, and therefore it will take over them, and later they'll start having cries on media. These people are being used, and I believe that the government gathers them to say, okay, you know what? The people who have started complaining, this is a trend that's going to come out. This is a trend that's going to come out. Take distract it. You see, I know a full-grown man going from you imagine CNN calling on. Okay, let me use CNN. CNN is a big one. Let me use our Nigerian. Imagine TVC or channels calling me to tell me to come and prove that I'm not gay. Let's call it a day, because that is where I made my conclusion that the government is part of it, because that is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It is not necessary. That clouds the mind of the whole people. It takes their mind out of reality. It takes their mind out of realizing that night a lot of people will sleep without electricity. It takes the mind in a hot country. It drags the whole, and the people are comfortable with it because, you just create a free account. You have a free Instagram account or a free TikTok account, and you just begin to watch the trend. And you realize nothing educative, nothing, no message is sent across. But well, we cannot keep talking. We have gone on 2 hour mark. It's so sad. I enjoy Mr. Oyi, you have been in the studio. I appreciate it that you have. I enjoy when you guys are in the studio with me when we discuss serious matters. But it's
Thank you,
too.
moderator.
I've done 2 hours already. I'll do my African proverb so that we can call it a day. Yes, and the African proverb for today is about truth. It says it's about truth, and it goes like, he who tells the truth is never wrong.
No.
You tell the truth, you are never wrong. This means that when someone always speaks the truth, they can never be considered wrong in the sense of being factually incorrect or misleading, as truth is inherently correct and cannot be contradicted by falsehood. Yes, the reason I made this today is because of I'm not coming after anybody. It's because of the book from our former leader or former president, A Journey in Service. Yes, it is only proper. Yeah, people tell their stories. Everybody has a story to tell, or everybody has his side of the story to tell. But when it's time to go further to write a book, because I think it is only, yes, people try to play the innocent when they come up with their books. That's that. If Hitler, forgive me if I'm using if Hitler was to write his book, he would try to prove his innocence. He would try to prove that his doings were not probably from him, or probably from the West, or from his deputy or his cousin. And he was just leader at that time, and he didn't make those things happen. Or if the Leopold of Belgium is here today to give us his own submission on what happened in Africa, he will tell us a different path. He will tell us that probably the lions in the jungle in Africa made him go straight for the greatest genocide that has happened in human history. Truth is what you do or what can be said every time a man gets in front of questions. Nothing changes truth, nothing edits truth. No matter how difficult or hard, nothing can break truth. So that is my African proverb today. I'm not advising anybody. I'm just trying to say, let us be true to ourselves. That is all. Anyways, I thank you, Mr. Oye, Chief Oye, Mr. Joe. Thank you for coming to the studio. A prior Gary back quiet from you guys were here before. Thank you for giving us your time, 2 hours of your good.
Thank you for having me.
The new week, and I look forward to having you guys in the studio more often so that we can deliberate on things happening in and out of our dear country, Nigeria. I say to all those people watching on different social media platforms, you guys are the greatest. You have been consistent with us. You have been keeping close calls. You don't miss it. Yes. I say thank you all. God bless you. And we'll do our best to ensure that we get the latest, the best, and the most accurate news as we see it on unbiased news as we see it to give it to you. Thank you guys. Enjoy your week ahead.
Thank you, moderator.
On Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.